So if we look at the dragon, what's happening is it's removing the original spell, which first compartmentalised consciousness and separated life force from consciousness. So what happens is I remove that through all dimensions of dreaming. Yes, it's an effort, right? And so when that happens, the compartmentalisation that's been dividing your consciousness, you get all the memories. You know, you start to get and because you've got that, you've then got access to the gifts and talents that you've earned over all your incarnations. And because you're in essence, we're clearing it from all that. Right?
Awesome. Yeah.
So in saying that, this consciousness and this DNA can be harvested and replicated, which is basically what they do with Mu. They take her DNA, grow a planetoid, her life force is still attached to the DNA, so it comes in to run the life, like it comes in to run the planetoid, right? There's a blue flame in the middle of this sphere, if you will. That's Mu's life force. Dig? So what's happened for her is as she's come upright, her spell's broken. And her spell's broken. Look out. The mark that's coming for these bitches is monumental. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. I know, right? It's like... So, I've got to remember where I'm up to now. So her consciousness is now, like, she's back on track.
And so Moo's come up, right?
Moo's come up, right? So her consciousness is now married to her life force again. So all the planetoids that they've grown from her, she now has a chance to take over. Starting to get the picture? So if she's got lineage scattered on these planetoids, that lineage will awaken, that lineage will connect with her, and that lineage will bring into the construct the new closed dreaming.
Oh my gosh, it's imminent.
Imminent, all right? Imminent.
It's imminent.
So, I mean, you know, that's why there's so much chaos. Because Moo's shaking these fuckers off and she's like, So what I'm saying is, if you have the integrity, you can connect with this. If you know how to do it, you can connect with this. I just happen to have the memory of it. And I'm good at showing people shit. I give great transmission. So it's sort of like, you know, that's what I'm good at. Everyone's got a talent, Mr. Ripley. That's mine. One of them. But that's mine. So it's sort of like, you know, yeah, you can do it by yourself. Yeah, you can. I'm putting the codes into the construct, into the sun, so people can find it. But you have to have the integrity and you have to have the nous to get there. So when you're there, don't worry, I'll find you. But if you can't get there, find me.
Oh my God, I just got the goosebumps of I can feel all this really happening.
Daughters of Ra, the time is now.
I can feel it, you know, and I think maybe as you were talking, I was getting the echoes of the experience I had in our Avallon over the weekend, and it felt like it would have been a closed dreaming. Like it felt the closest thing to it, and that I think that element just got me right now that's what that would feel like.
Oh,
and
right.
It is so different from what this is. Like it's like night and day. Oh gosh, can I just talk about this for a little bit? Just the experience of it.
Fuck yeah, go for it, girlfriend.
Okay.
I'll settle in for story time.
One of my experiences was my whole experience of sisterhood, women, all the things that have been thrown around differently. I've had the usual experience of most women. But when I felt what you brought us to in Avallon, it was so different. One of the things that was really quite a welcome experience was the lack of danger. There was no danger. It was every single woman was rocking it in their own right, and so beautifully and just so powerfully. It was inspiring. And how all of that contributed to the whole. Like, I think I even had an experience, a new experience, or a greater level of what sovereignty is as well. Because within that, I understood sovereignty on a whole other level. It was, I don't know, it's still blowing my fucking scone. I'm sorry. It's really changing my whole perception of what community is, of what organic community can be, of what women can be like together, of what it is
fucking
to be
unstoppable, babe.
The competition.
Yeah.
You know, like really vibe. And to really have the full permission to rock your own world in celebration with other women rocking their worlds. Like, the real experience of that was just, I feel like I'm unstoppable from that. You know,
are!
I really feel like, yeah, I really do. I just feel like, now that's what it's supposed to feel, and it feels natural. And it feels as if I'd always done it, and that's how it was always supposed to be. And all the other experiences were just bullshit. Like, it just thwarting. That's all it was. So, all of this is, I'm remembering all of that. It's like coming home. It's like really coming home. And it's...
Well, you have a dimension of self there that was extremely powerful and embodied and rocking her world with her craft. So your craft now can only get better. You know, that's the thing, right? What people kind of get stuck on is it's like, oh, I was a shaman then and I was a fucking healer and all that. And it's sort of like, forget about the names and the fucking incarnations. Go right back to what is the embodiment that is being expressed.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
I agree.
Because that will be the thing that's consistent in all the dimensions of dreaming. Not so much, oh, I was a shaman in every dimension. Well, what the fuck ever. Like, blessings, I haven't really met a shaman outside of Peru. You know, it's a name that's now been depotentized. Just like the word healer. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I'm trying to keep a straight face. You know, and I respect the people that think that they're getting good training, and they possibly are. But get an original name. You know, there's a movement that want to call themselves shaman or medicine women, coming from druidic priestesses, like the Britons. You know, who were they? You know, we know that the American Indians, for instance, I hope I said that politically correctly, they have medicine people. Their terminology is medicine man, medicine woman. We know that we have that sort of thing with our First Nations people. Right? But what were these people called back in Britain, who were the healers? The original witches, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, so I get that it's hard for them to come up with a name. So how about you don't come up with a name? How about you feel into what you are and then name it? Just saying. Because that's what happens. You get these names or you get these words and they get depotentized super fucking quick. I mean, if I need to see the word embodiment again, I remember when I first mentioned that to Andy Bartzis, he was like, oh, I've never heard that term. Now look at it. You know, and that's great. Love it. But, you know, I don't need to be embodying my orange juice. They're using it now in advertising. It's like, embody the goddess within. Use this razor. I mean, fuck me, Christ. Really? You just depotentized us off the bloody map.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe we should do a workshop on depotentized words. You know what I mean? Bringing back the potency for you. Oh, I'm just so prolific.
That'd be...
Right? Why not? Why not? Why not?
I like it.